You are now live.
Okay, and who can get rid of it?
I can do that.
Wait. No, I got it. Others, okay, we are half here, half remote, and we are going forward. And today is fast March. We're going to start out with S-188, and that is the act relating to regulating licensed small cannabis cultivation as farming. And Michael O'Grady is with us. I don't remember we made any changes to this, did we? We had a gentleman come in to testify who basically didn't like the way the entire system was set up. But I don't remember, did we ask you to draft anything, Michael? I don't think so.
No, you did not.
Okay. So, Michael, can you give us the 6,000 foot thing on this?
Sure.
And then we can knock it out of here.
Sure. So this is Mike O'Grady with the Office of Legislative Counsel. This bill, S-188, for the purposes of its effect on revenue, would provide that licensed small cultivators would receive the same benefits as farming for the purposes of certain sales tax exemptions for twine, binding, etc., agricultural equipment and compost and other similar soil amendments for which farming is exempt from the sales tax. And that's the revenue impact. The bill also allows these small cultivators to enroll in use value, provided that they were enrolled in use value prior to becoming small cultivators. But you actually had authorized that in the original bill that legalized cannabis cultivation. So it was just a restructuring, was already authorized. The real revenue impact is the sales tax exemptions. And I don't know if Graham is in the room or not, but he basically testified that it's difficult to determine what revenue impact they would have because it's difficult to distinguish the small cannabis cultivator from regular farming, and regular farming that might occur on the property owned by the small cannabis cultivator.
Right, and this was, you had to be, it wouldn't be if I decided to put 1,000 square feet in my backyard and register as a cultivator, right?
You need a license, and there are provisions and conditions on your cultivation, setbacks, etc. So no, not anyone can just do 1,000 square feet in their backyard.
Okay, yeah, you would be in farming and you would get the sales tax exemption if you bought fertilizer, and if you put that fertilizer on your cannabis or on your tomatoes. But
right.
Unless you're going to be buying a whole lot more fertilizer, it shouldn't have any kind of major impact.
And according to Graham, I think he said it would be hard to distinguish it. I can't remember his exact quote, but I think that's effectively what he said.
Okay. Committee questions.
All set?
I think we are all set. Are we ready for a motion?
Can I just ask a question?
Yeah, Mary Hardy has a
I think I can answer this, but just, this is not the one that has the fees in it, right, Michael? This is,
No, we did the fees.
that was this, okay. So you're in cannabis, which cannabis bill is it? Okay, great, thank you.
And there's another big one across the hall, but
Oh,
that's
fine.
not ours.
Everybody's doing cannabis.
Like pensions, is a point when you just like it to go
Why
away.
did you take it out of context?
I meant it to be funny, Mark.
I'm ready for a motion, committee.
Madam Chair, I
Yes.
move the bill that
came to us be advanced. I'm forgetting the number, but I don't believe we need an amendment, so I would move that we support it.
It says 188 as
As
presented. It says.
That's correct. That's correct.
Of the bill, yes. No,
There.
they're over there.
Do you wanna look on my screen? It's right here.
Has it been amended by another committee?
Came to us from Ag.
And Ag recommended that it be amended by striking all, doing whatever, so.
It's a strike all amendment. But it was as, they should be in those folders right there.
Here it is.
Okay.
See, not only do you master the machine,
Yeah.
There
but
you
the
go.
manila folder.
Okay, so. Did I get a motion?
Yes, from Senator Pearson.
I did get a motion from Senator Pearson, and we have the correct numbers, draft 3.2.
Senator Pearson moved to amend the bill when amended as recommended by the
No,
Committee on
the-
Agriculture. We pass it. favorably?
We approve it.
We approved
Okay.
the bill as it came to us from the Committee of Agriculture. As presented, okay. Further discussion? If not, all those in favor, say aye.
Aye.
I think I've got that as 700.
Yes.
Okay, congratulations, committee, we got one out. And we're 5 minutes ahead. But the next one is the school equity bill, and this is the waiting bill. We went over it yesterday, there were a couple of technical changes. I don't know that Jim DeMurray is with us. But we made no changes yesterday from, it was draft 4.3.
Senator Pearson,
Senator Pearson, would you report S-188?
Sure, I'd be happy to.
And maybe while we've got 5 minutes, you are also reporting the cannabis
Yes,
bill. And I had a note from Bryn Hare that judiciary had a couple of amendments and she was supposed to get them to you that had already been passed. Did she get those to you?
I'll look again. I didn't notice it, but maybe.
It would have been over vacation but she said we had already voted on it in the Senate floor, but it needed to go faster, or there was some technical reason to stick it on this one. So take a look at that, and if you have concerns, let us know.
Okay, will do.
Okay. All right, so we'll go back to waiting. And do we know if Jim is planning to be with us?
I don't know, I don't know.
Senator Cummings,
Yes.
Jim Damaris is not able to be with us.
Okay, so we are once again on our own.
I can pretend to be Jim.
You can pretend to be Jim. Well, you did that yesterday. But this is the bill we went through yesterday with the final edits. We will need to get a clean copy. It has nothing on the ed property going to an income-based education tax. It puts that, which was the one outstanding issue we had. Puts that into the, what are you calling the committee? The Education Funding Advisory Committee.
Yeah.
I would like to get this out ASAP, which is why it's in here, because it's gotta go to approach, if not elsewhere. So, questions, comments, this basically takes the recommendations of the task force, accepts all the weights, everything is an additive weight. We took the recommendations from the Ed department and did the weights for ELL plus an additional cash grant, which was the compromise that, and that's where all the furor had been. And we took the advisory committee, they are not doing anything with the November or December 1st letter. That's pure arithmetic. We're gonna leave that with the Secretary of Education and just keep that as it's going. They'll be doing more, looking at the weightings, making recommendations as to when the weightings should be changed. School populations can shift and inflation might blow everything again, so
Did we start the clean draft picture?
we do not have a clean draft, so we can vote this out and then we will, we have a draft. It is the final draft.
4.3?
It is 4.3. They just need to reprint it without the yellow highlights and get that up to the secretary. Okay.
This is the one, 9:05 a.m. on March 2nd, is that right?
It is.
Yep, 9:05.
4.3, actually.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's the one we handed out yesterday. I went over. So would someone like to make a motion to approve?
I would
Senator
love to
Hyde.
make that motion.
Senator Pearson, you have a question?
I do have a question. This is a committee bill, so I just wanted to make right. And so we have to be ready for it to go to rules, I believe.
Yes, and I've been down and couldn't find anybody in the pro tem's office. They know it's coming, but I will, when we take a break today, I'll go back down and just make sure that they know they're gonna have to get it out. And it may actually go, I guess it has to go to the floor before it can go to the probes,
Yeah, it gets introduced and then sent to.
then
the-
to central probes.
It's draft 220539, 0593, because
Yes.
it doesn't have a bill number yet. Mark was just
Right.
asking for the
It
bill
is
number.
draft 220593,
Draft 4.3.
4.3,
draft 4.3.
and I can get Jim to get us a clean copy.
And it doesn't have a number because this is a.
Right, it's a committee bill.
Okay.
It has to go up and get introduced, then it will get a number.
And that means you.
But Jim doesn't have to get us a clean
Oh,
copy.
he
Jim needs to send it to editing.
Okay, got it.
Who will then produce the clean copy and we'll send it up.
Okay.
And as soon as we vote this, I don't know, how many screens can I keep running here? I'll see if I can find my phone and I'll send a message down there. That let them know that it's coming. And Randy, you're on rules, right? So you can be our advocate. Okay, so that was a motion, Senator.
That's a motion.
All right. Further discussion? If not, all those in favor, say aye.
Aye.
All right.
All opposed, say no. That is 700, and thank you, committee, that
Yes, thank
was a
you.
major lift. Reporter,
Thank you,
I would not,
from Ashland for being the heavy lifter.
the one that knows the fine print in this one, okay.
In terms of the pool that we have to determine how much extra this is going to cost the state.
We can do a bipartisan pool, Randy. I would be happy to do that with you.
I think you're right.
I mean, I'm really concerned,
Yeah.
I'm really concerned about that.
Schools are not going to be able to lower their budgets. I'm very worried about my town that's losing, or at least holding flat, that they thought they were getting a windfall, and they aren't. Okay, energy savings partnerships. And we are 15 minutes ahead. And I wish we could go forward.
Senator Cummings, this is Faith. I'll email the folks for S-269 and see if they can come early. They're planning on coming at 2.
We are ahead of time. This is crunch week. They would normally be lined up in the hall.
You need to be the person who takes this to chair this.
What's worse is it going to
The clerk's office.
Oh,
because it's
okay.
a committee bill that has a
Oh.
slightly different process.
Okay, okay. So
Yeah.
Jim needs to get the edited, clean copy to me, then you and I will go up together
Okay.
holding hands to be sent
All right, so I'll just email Jim. I was emailing the Senate secretary, but I don't do that. I email,
Tell Jim that we voted it out, whatever the version 4.3, and it's a committee bill, so it needs to go to editing, and when it's ready, let us know. And we will take it up hopefully before the end of the day today. But editing, I guess, is also really backed up, so as soon as they get it,
I think it's actually been through editing. It just needs to have.
clean
the
up.
clean
So
up,
whenever
yeah.
it's ready, let us know and we'll take it up. And get it
I guess I would-
introduced. Pardon?
I guess the name of the. report
Yes,
is-
it's Senator Doherty.
I can't wait to report it. It's gonna be fun.
I think it was a lot more fun before we reached a compromise. Things seemed to settle down remarkably after that.
Yes, it was,
There was one weekend where it was very tense.
but we got there.
The Vermont Homeless Hotel undergoes health inspection. I wonder if it's the one down the street from me. Faith, can we go off, all right, no. Ruth, can you take us off YouTube?
The Faith takes us off YouTube,
Faith takes.
but I can mute the room.
Mute the room, yeah, while we're waiting.
Do you, all right, I will take you off live. Ending live stream.